Well, thank you all for taking the time to join us today. I really appreciate your willingness to be a part of this and hear a little bit about what the county is working on. As you know, COVID has been a long journey thus far, and we know that COVID fatigue is a real thing, and a lot of folks in our county are at that fatigue point, and some are beyond. And that's really what this campaign is all about. I felt strongly that we're to a point in this pandemic that hearing from politicians and school superintendents and administrators and people of that variety was starting to lose its effect, and that we really needed to have people from the local community lead the community-led approach that we've been trying from the very beginning. And so this campaign is really about shifting the focus to how is COVID impacting people throughout the community, business owners, student athletes in our high schools, coaches, and really what does it mean for each one of you to be following guidelines and to live during this difficult time. So what we're looking for today is to upload some information to you on what we're doing and for you to consider how you can participate in our Washco Heroes campaign. So we'd like, at a minimum, for you to share our information on your social media feeds, tell your friends about it, and if you're willing to, consider participating, and Fuzz will walk you through some of the ways that you can do that, and certainly you can reach out to my office or to Fuzz directly, and we're happy to participate with a local business like Epic, and happy to have you all on the line. So thanks again for being part of this, and thank you for your consideration and helping us have a successful public health campaign. Thank you.
Terrific. Thank you, Josh. All right. And Fuzz, if you wanted to start with the presentation, I'll stop sharing the logo and you can do the presentation.
Sounds great. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Josh, for the introduction. Yes, I'm the Chief Strategy Officer here at Epic Creative, and we've been working with the county to develop this campaign. And just to get everybody's head in the right space of how we want to present this and how the Washco Hero campaign is being presented, we have an initial video that will be shared on social media with the public here as we launch this. And but this gives a full kind of scope as to what the campaign entails. And then from after I play this video, then we'll go through and discuss some of the tactics that we're going to be doing, where this is going to air, and then also how you can get involved. So I'm going to share my screen. And we'll begin with the video.
Hi, I'm Washington County Executive Josh Shulman. The coronavirus pandemic has caused a tremendous burden across all of America. But here in Washington County, it really hits home. Local business owners and their employees, families, students, teachers, coaches, faith organizations, our local nonprofits, healthcare workers, law enforcement and first responders, our seniors, and our neighbors are all feeling the weight, such as Jason and Wendy, owners at Faith and Giggles in Hartford, who take great precautions to keep their shoppers safe and store open. And Al, owner at Dunn Brothers in West Bend, who has been doing what he can to make sure his staff and customers stay healthy and caffeinated. And Jody, an owner at Precinct Tap and Table in Germantown, who saw her young restaurant close, reopen, and additional government mandates placed on her business. She and others across the county have adapted to takeout and curbside delivery to keep our county fed. And student athletes such as Kale and Slinger, who are preparing for fall state tournaments and new winter season. By following the guidelines, you help our students stay healthy and in school so they can get the education they deserve and are able to represent our communities in competition. There are business owners, employees, students, and others across our county making small decisions each day that make a huge impact. We're certain we can get through this. Washington County is a strong community, and you have been doing your part to help keep Washington County open and running. That's what makes you a Washco hero. Over the next few weeks, we'll be celebrating you, the people who live and work in Washington County. So what have you done that makes us proud? It's the little decisions that have a big impact. Shopping at local Washington County businesses instead of purchasing online. grabbing takeout for you and your family from Washington County restaurants and bars, going to your favorite local stores, salons, and restaurants during off-peak hours to minimize contact, donating to local nonprofits that are struggling through these difficult times, taking advantage of fun fall and winter outdoor activities, including our play Washington County parks, donating non-perishable food items to our local food banks that are working so hard to keep our Washington County families fed. But it doesn't stop there. You've also made a positive impact to help keep Washington County businesses, schools, and organizations open by staying home when you're not feeling well and keeping your kids home from school when they're sick, continuing to keep small social circles and maintain social distancing to slow the spread of the virus, reaching out to family members, friends, and neighbors to make sure they're doing all right, both physically and mentally. If you or someone you know is struggling economically or with mental health, call 211 to connect with county resources to assist you during this time. By doing your best to support local, love your neighbor, and keep yourself healthy, you are a Washco hero. Thank you, Washington County.
So again, that's the intro video that we will be using to promote this campaign and get everybody kind of on the same page with that. Oh, I accidentally clicked off. There we go. So when we developed the campaign and started working with this, we wanted to take that tact, as Josh was explaining, of we don't want this coming from the heavy hand of the government. People have been told enough what to do, and we're really kind of taking that. My wife's a teacher, and she always recommends that we go in the direction of celebrating the things that people are doing well in order to get others to participate in that side. And so we want to take those who are doing the right thing, elevate that message, and have that come from the community. Say you're supporting small businesses, you're helping keep our schools open so that our kids can stay in school and get the education they deserve. You're helping nonprofits continue during this time where there's so much uncertainty, and you're helping your neighbors where they're perhaps struggling with either mental health or financially, and helping those in the community, and we're all in this together. So we took the tact of, what is a hero? Traditionally, someone noted for courageous acts or nobility of character, but also in a more modern sense, it's used to say someone who fights for a good cause and makes a positive difference in the world. And that's really what we are trying to promote, is that making a positive difference, highlighting those who are doing it right, and helping to keep others safe, healthy, and really, keep things running here, even though we're in the midst of a pandemic. And that's how we developed the Washco Hero campaign. We have two kind of key pieces. That last piece is the main Washco Hero lockup, and then we have this badge here that says "Thank you for being a Washco Hero." That will be used on a number of different pieces throughout the campaign. We have a number of tactics that we're developing, and a number of different media outlets that will be airing or carrying our messaging. In marketing, we call what we're doing an omni-channel approach. So we're reaching this from all sorts of sides, both traditional media and digital and social media as well, to get this campaign out everywhere in a short span of time. So starting with things like the Facebook page, you can see that we'll have the banner graphic for the Washington County page as the "Thank you for being a Washco Hero" image, as well as some content, a lot of content that will be coming onto the page for Washington County. We'll be doing billboards throughout Washington County. There's three sorts of messages here. There's the supporting local business message. So heroes support local business. Thanks for being a Washco Hero. There's the health side of things. So heroes stay home when they're sick. Heroes keep their distance. Really the CDC guideline type messaging here. Really promoting those who are choosing to stay home when they're not feeling well. They're getting takeout and okay with supporting businesses while still socially distancing. And then there's the more mental health and taking care of your neighbor messaging. The Heroes Stay Connected. This is really speaking to, checking on your neighbors, making sure your loved ones are safe through this, making sure that, your elderly neighbor across the street is going to be doing okay through not only through the, many months that we've already been in quarantine in most cases, to going through the holiday season and making sure mentally that they're supported. And then also taking care of yourself. So making sure that even though we're in this weird place that we haven't been before, that we're making sure we're taking care of our own health and well-being, because we all need to get through this. So these are the billboards. Again, they'll be running through, they're all going to be placed in Washington County. We also have radio spots that will be airing in the Washington County radio stations, and I'll play these for you. These two currently are the Hartford area spots, but we have some from other areas as well. We've been gathering content throughout Washington County.
Here's Hartford's coach John Redders on what it means to be a Washco hero.
A lot of life lessons are learned on the football field and practice, things like responsibility, determination, and just plain old giving good effort. When COVID-19 hit this year, I was really concerned about our football players. But I'd like to thank everybody in our community for staying home when you're sick, social distancing where appropriate, but that made a difference. Kids were able to play on Friday nights. Thank you for being a Washco hero.
Help support local. Be a Washco hero. For more, visit washozwi.gov.
And then one from the Perk Place in Hartford is this next more business-focused radio spot.
Here's Lily Keidel of Perk Place in Hartford on what it means to be a Washco hero.
Perk Place has become a place for people around the county to meet with friends and enjoy a good cup of coffee and our savory food. But COVID-19 changed that. We were worried that our seats would become empty and we would have to close the doors. We've been so busy with takeout orders. We've been blown away by the support of the community. Thank you for being a Washco hero.
Help support local. Be a Washco hero. For more, visit washozwi.gov.
We also have 3 television commercials and 3 YouTube videos, pre-roll videos. I did not download them and put them into this presentation today, but those will be airing as well, and we'll talk a bit about where those will be a little further in the presentation. We have newspaper ads that will be being run each week in the local Washington County newspapers. These take more of a holistic approach to kind of cover all of the pieces from supporting local businesses through taking care of your neighbor and really checking on people to make sure that they're getting through this. But to be a Washco hero, support local businesses and organizations, and you can do that by shopping local instead of buying online, getting takeout from local restaurants, keeping your kids home when they're sick, maintaining small social circles, giving to local nonprofits and food banks, calling and checking on your neighbors, and continuing to practice social distancing. And then we also have a piece about calling 211 if you need help or resources during this time. And you can see a little bit different imagery that we've taken from different Washington County organizations and businesses that will be in these newspaper ads. And then social media, we've got a number of social media posts that will be getting these messages out. Thank you for helping your community. Your small decisions make a big difference. Heroes stay home when they're sick. Thank you for being a Washco hero. We also have some animated little short videos that will run. So those will be running on social media, as well as some other videos that will be created from locally community-generated content that we'll talk about a little bit coming up as well. So for the media tactics, the television commercials will air on channels 4, 6, 12, and 58. And we'll also be running digital pre-roll YouTube ads within Washington County zip codes for 8 weeks. Newspapers, again, it'll be in the West Bend Daily News and Washington County Post, Kewaskum Statesman, the Germantown Express, and the Hartford Slinger Express. And those will run one time a week for 6 weeks in each of the publications. billboards. There are 7 locations in Washington County, and those will be on 41, 45, 60, and 33 primarily. And then on radio, it will air on 92.5 in West Bend, as well as WIBD and WTKM in Hartford. And then social media will be doing a lot of organic posts with some of the images that you had seen. And we'll also have some creative frames and graphics for businesses and organizations to show their Washington County pride and support for this campaign. The paid messaging will extend to those beyond those who only follow Washington County. So in order to reach everyone in the county, whether they follow the Washington County official Facebook page or not, will be receiving these types of graphics and images via ads that we're using targeting those individuals between now and the end of the year. And that to that time frame, so this is all set to begin on Monday and will continue through December 30th of this year. The organic content side will continue on into Q1 of 2021, but the paid content will run between now and the end of the year. So then this is where we talk about how you can get involved and participate in this campaign. One piece that we're looking for is real videos and photos of people in Washington County thanking the community for ways that their being responsible has helped your business or organization. And we'll show an example of that coming up. These can be shared then on your social media channels with the Washco Hero hashtag. They can also be sent to us, and we can put them into a template that will really make them stand out and look very look organic, yet professionally communicate the message that we're looking for. And we'll create a set of video instructions that we'll be sending out, as well as a Dropbox link, so you can upload those videos if you'd like us to do to put those into that format. We could also use photos with static photos with text quotes next to them as well, that we can have if you're not comfortable being on video and want to just send a photo of yourself or somebody from your organization, and then maybe just write up a how people who have been responsible, how that affects your business in a positive way or affects your organization in a positive way. And so again, we'll provide some cell phone recording guidance and some talking points and such that you can use to really communicate that. This is an example of what the video template looks like. So we're having a video shot in a vertical format on your cell phone instead of portrait view instead of landscape view. So the video will run on the left side of the frame, and then we'll have some of those texts, we call them call outs, on the right. That's taken from the video to help those who maybe, a lot of times when you're scrolling through Facebook or on any other social media, you'll see a video, but you don't actually listen to it. In fact, 80% of people listen or watch the video without the sound on. So this helps us to have that message on there, and that's why we want that in a vertical format, so we can get the messaging to the right. And then at the end, it's thank you for being a Washco Hero, and we'll end with that campaign graphic animated at the end. And here's an example of one that we recorded for Westbury Bank, just to get some seed content out there. But this gives you a bit of the type of messaging that we're looking for.
Hi, I'm Lisa Dixon with Westbury Bank. COVID has been tough on all of us, but by using our drive-through, mobile banking, online banking, and calling ahead to make an appointment, you've allowed us to keep our employees safe and our customers safe and our community safe. So thank you. Thank you for supporting Westbury Bank, and thank you for being a Washco Hero.
So again, that will be on the left-hand side of those video frames once we have this piece produced. And then I just shot a quick one to show how easy it is if you handhold it, and the kind of messaging that we're looking for in here. So you can just get another sense of it, that it doesn't have to be recorded professionally, but it can still get the message across that we're looking for.
Hi, I'm Fuzz Martin with Epic Creative in West Bend. I know keeping your kids home from school when they're sick can be a huge burden, but when you keep your kids home from school when they're sick, that means our schools can stay open longer. which means more Washington County parents like me are able to continue to go to work. And for that, we thank you. Thanks for being a WashCo hero.
So again, they don't have to be real long. They can be longer if you prefer for these social media videos, but they don't have to be very long, and they can really just communicate that, again, positive messaging without telling people that they need to wear a mask or they need to do anything. It's celebrating those who are already doing those things that are helping the community. We'll also be distributing some window stickers that have the WashCo Hero badge, and those will be available to businesses and organizations throughout the county that you can put up, and we encourage you to put up in your entryway in your buildings to show your support for the campaign and that solidarity within the community for that, as well as some yard signs. These will be these yard signs are meant to go in front of businesses or organizations. They can be for just the residents as well, but my small decisions make a big difference, and Heroes support local businesses. Again, our hope with this is to get people to see the campaign in many different areas and see that the community is coming together to help raise up those who are doing the right thing during this time, and really to help support local businesses and organizations as we get into these winter and holiday months. Then finally, we'll have a Facebook frame. I'm sure some of you have seen these on Facebook, where you can set your temporary profile image. This will be through the Washington County official Facebook page, where you can get yourself a I'm a WashCo Hero Facebook frame and add that to your own profile image with a few clicks on Facebook, and can either add it to your existing profile image, or you can upload a new image and it'll put that frame over the top of that. And those are the tactics that we have there, and we're excited to get this rolled out and looking forward to your participation, and we can certainly answer any questions that you may have.
Terrific. Thank you, Fuzz. The other thing that Fuzz didn't mention, which I forgot to send to him, the county also ordered masks with the badge on it. So we will have those to deploy as well in the next few weeks as well. The intention is for bars, restaurants, things like that. I know everybody has a ton of masks, but as they get old and worn, they're not as effective, and they're not as safe. So we'll have masks as well. Are there any questions? We are using webinar because we are recording, so there are some folks who couldn't join us. But if there's so you are able to unmute like normal, just not be seen on video. So are there any questions? Concerns, ideas are also helpful. Perfect. No. So if you do have any questions, please reach out. We are going to be planning the distribution of the stickers, the window clings, and the signs and masks in the next few weeks. You'll probably see more emails about those. The county executive plans to do that as well. Somebody did ask, how do we get window stickers and yard signs? I'm answering that right now. So the thing I'll type in the email here is countyexec@washcowisco.gov, and you can just send us an email on how many you want or places you think they should go, and we can get those to you. But once we have a website that's being developed, which will have an order form or the email on there, and then the county executive will deliver those. Any other questions? The purpose of this campaign, I think we've had some feedback offline on why aren't you doing the typical public health messaging? It's what the county executive said earlier, which is that has been mask wearing, other issues became political issues. Safer at home became a political issue. And so what we're trying to do is message to the community to keep things open. I'll give you an example. In the paper today, we weren't able to say this on the other calls, but Hartford Joint 1 went completely virtual today, and they will be for the rest of the month, all 3 elementary schools. And one of the primary reasons that they had so many cases, thank you, Sandra, we'll reach out to you on the question you just asked. But the reason that they did that is they had some folks that didn't necessarily take social distancing and other things seriously. So that's how the cases start. We're going to put a statement out. School is still safe. It's still safe to go out. That's the other portion of this campaign, that it is safe to go to bars and restaurants. It is safe to get carry out. It is safe to go to school, but we have to social distance and do the things that we all know we need to do. So we're trying to do it, I guess, subliminally more than just overtly. And I don't know if Fuzz had anything else to add, but that's why it is kind of the way it is.
Yeah, it's really, again, there's so much messaging fatigue right now with the all the guidelines. In fact, you can turn on the television and see other organizations telling you to do some of the things that we're avoiding in this. I think the big portion here is we want to organizations, and most of you on the call know this, organizations and restaurants and companies here in Washington County are at risk of going out of business if we have another shutdown, if we're unable to, have these sorts of, commerce taking place. And so we need to make sure everybody's staying as safe as they possibly can while also helping support these businesses, because that's just as important as, we want to keep people safe, but we need to keep people's livelihoods intact as well. And keeping kids in school and getting their education is very important. And by, being responsible, we can all stay in there longer. By doing this all together, we can weather this longer. But it just takes that participation, and really we want to showcase those who are doing it right.
Terrific. And so you'll also see some mental health components, the importance of 211 as part of this campaign. You may not have been able to see it in the newspaper ads, but there'll be PSAs and there'll be other things asking people to call 211. 211 provides not only social services, but it provides mental health as well. So if there's no questions, that's what we have. We'll have some follow-up as well. And we know there's going to be a ton of fatigue, and that's why we're starting by thanking our citizens and trying to engage our citizens as well. Terrific. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be sending emails and kind of building the coalitions over the next week, and then fast, and then over the next few months, we'll continue to deploy. Terrific.